Hey guys, this is video 4 in my Windows 8 tutorial series, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the new options and features in Windows 8. It's going to be broken down into 5 different sections, so let's get started. Windows 8 now uses Internet Explorer's Smart Screen system-wide, checking downloaded files to ensure they're safe. In general, this is a good thing, but if you have any problems, then it can be tweaked. So the first thing we're going to do is launch our control panel. We're going to open the Action Center application. I'm just going to type it in the search bar so I can just find it quickly. And now on this left-hand panel, we're going to click on Change Windows Smart Screen Settings. And this is going to pop up a box asking you what you want Windows to do with unrecognized applications. And you can choose between warning you when running an unrecognized app and not requiring the administrator approval, or you can change this setting so Windows won't ask you anything when you download something. And the first option you can choose is get administrator approval before running this app. So depending on which one you choose, obviously will determine if Windows is going to ask you anything when it's downloading an unrecognized app, or if it's going to ask you if you want to download that unrecognized app. So you can choose whatever fits your needs, and once you do, you can press OK, and you're good to go. Windows 8 includes an excellent file history feature, which can regularly and automatically back up your libraries, desktop, contacts, and favorites to a second drive or even a USB flash drive. So in order to set up this file history application or feature, you're going to go to the control panel again. You want to click on System and Security, and then click on File History, and it pops up and it tells me that my file history is off. So what we can do is on the left hand panel here, you have to first select a drive that you want to copy so Windows can save a history of that file and drive. So we're going to click on Select Drive here. And now if you had any external hard drive hooked up, you can click on it here and press OK, and it'll select that drive. And then you can click on Exclude Folders, and you can exclude certain folders on your external hard drive so they won't be included in the file history. And then if you click on Advanced Settings, you can choose a certain amount of time to save copies of those files, and you can choose to keep saved versions and different sizes of offline cache. So after you set all of that up, finally it'll show right here that your file history will be available, and you can select Turn It On, and you're ready to go. If you have multiple hard drives packed with data, then you'll know that managing them can be a hassle, but that's all about to change with the new Windows 8 Consumer Preview feature called Storage Spaces. The idea is that you can take all of your hard drive, whether connected to the USB port, the SATA port, or the SAS port, and you can add them to a storage pool. And you can then create one or more spaces within this pool, formatting and accessing them as a single drive, so you only have one letter drive to worry about. What's more, the technology can also maximize your performance by spreading files across multiple drives. There's an option to mirror your files too, so even if one disk fails, your data will remain safe. And if your storage space begins to fill up, then you can just plug in another drive and add it to the pool and carry on as before. The way I see it, this is just a consumer-friendly take on RAID, but there's nothing wrong with that, so it looks promising. You can create and manage your drive pool from the new control panel and system and security application called Storage Spaces. So to access that, we're just going to go back to our control panel again. I'm just going to type in the search bar storage, and right here you see the storage spaces button. You can click on that. And now right here it's going to say create a new pool and storage space. You can click on that. And if your user account control is asking you if you want to run this program, just click yes. And now on this page it's going to bring up a list of all of your external hard drives. In my case, I'm running this on a virtual program, so I have my drives plugged in, but they're not showing up. So basically all you're going to do is all of your drives are going to show up. So for example, if you have 2 hard drives that each have 2 terabytes of space on them, when you create the data pool, it's going to combine those 2 drives into 4 gigabytes, and it's only going to take up 1 letter space. So if you had a drive on the F drive and the G drive, when you click create a pool, it's going to combine both of them only to the F drive. And like I said before, if one of these drives gets corrupted or messed up, it automatically will save your data from your other drive, so that drive won't get messed up at all. I think this feature is kind of cool, and it's easier than using RAID for the average person. So if you think it fits your need, you should check that out, and let's continue on with the tutorial. After installing Windows 8, you'll get Microsoft's HyperV. This program allows you to create and run virtual machines as long as you're not running in a virtual machine already like I am. So in order to launch this feature, we're going to go down to Start and right click on it and click Run. And now type in optionalfeatures.exe and press OK. And now it's going to bring up a list of all the Windows features, and you can choose to turn them on or off. And as you can see on this list, there's one called HyperV. We're going to check that and press OK. And now it's going to search for the required files on your computer and apply the changes to Windows 8. After Windows completes that change, we're going to close out this box, and we have to go back into our Metro UI. And now it should have automatically added your HyperV virtual machine onto your Metro UI, and if it hasn't, you can just type in Hyper and it should pop up on here under your apps dialog. And once you find it, you can click on the HyperV Manager tile and begin exploring its capabilities. When you're in the mood to track down new Windows 8 features relating to a particular topic, you might be tempted to start by manually browsing the control panel for interesting applications, but there's a simpler way to do this. If you'd like to know what's new in the area of storage, for instance, just press the Windows button and W while you're on the Metro UI to bring up the search dialog box, and just type in drive. Now this will not only bring up options with the word drive in them, but it will also bring up other options related to the word drive, such as BitLocker, Device Manager, backup tools, disk cleanup, and interesting new features like storage spaces. The search feature isn't new, of course, but it's easy to forget how useful it can be, especially when you're trying to learn about a new operating system. So don't just carry out specific searches. Use the apps search to look for general keywords such as privacy or performance, and you might just discover something new. Alright guys, this concludes my 4th video in my Windows 8 series. If you liked it, be sure to comment, like, or subscribe. And if you missed the last video in this series, just click the arrow on the left-hand side of the screen right now. And if you want to view the next video in this series, just click the right arrow. And as always, have a nice day, and I'll talk to you guys later.